What's up, YouTube? Today I wanted to bring attention to something that's kind of been bugging me for a while, a couple years actually, since I was like quite a few years actually, since I was like a teenager in a shop class. There's always been a debate. What do you inflate your tires to? What it recommends from the vehicle manufacturer or what it recommends from the tire manufacturer, as in the maximum PSI. Like these tires right here, I have a maximum PSI of 51 PSI. Okay, my van, it says 36 PSI. These are all cold PSIs. And the last set of tires I had on this van went to about 86,000 miles. Bought a new set of either Sincaras or Sinceras or however you want to say it, Falcon tires, 80,000 mile tires, supposed to be good reviews. So my last set of tires, they were not these, they were the OE tires, and those I ran to their max PSI. It was 44 PSI, because when you run it at 36, I didn't like how they looked. They sagged a lot. And plus I always ride with 7 people in the van plus some cargo most of the time, so I'm always maximum loaded. Maybe if it was just you, most of the time was one person in the car driving, or maybe two, 36 would be adequate. So when I got these new tires, the people at the tire store told me that, because I told them I wanted it pumped up to about 46 pounds, and they said, well, why? And I said, well, because I want even tread wear. And they said, well, that's not necessary. You just run it at what the factory said and on the door. Okay, so I've done that. I have now put about 43,000 miles on these tires, okay, half of their life, and I want to show you with this depth gauge what's going on. And what you'll see is the tire is wearing more on the outside than it is on the inside. And before anybody asks, my alignment's good. I had it checked, then I rechecked it again about 3 weeks ago, brought it back, had them check it out. It's good. Alignment's good. So we'll take our first reading out here, and you'll see that yellow is just popping out there. See if I can get this thing to focus. Come on. Okay. So it's down, it's past the 6, 30 seconds. It's not quite at the 5 yet. So it's in between 5 and 6. Okay. Now, this one, if you look at the 30 seconds, we're above the 6. Oh, sorry, that's millimeters, sorry. Okay, we're way above the 6. We're right at the 7. Okay? So just for repeatability, we'll go here to this line. 30 seconds, same deal here. Above the 6. Close to the 7. And the last one back over on the side here, and you see we're popping up at the yellow again. We're in between the 5 and the 6, so we're getting uneven tread wear, which right now is not really a big deal, because we're talking about maybe 1.5 30 seconds of an inch. But this tire comes with 10 30 of an inch new. Okay, so you basically have 8 30 of an inch of wear before you're down to the wear bars. So what I'm thinking is, if this pattern continues, the outside of my tire will be down to the wear bars, but the middle of it is going to be, still okay. I mean, yeah, it'll be at the point they need to be replaced, but I want to get the full 80,000 out of this. So now that I've gone half the life of the tire, I got it pumped up now. I pumped it up to 46, because it can go to 51 cold. I pumped it up to 46 cold. Now I will say that the ride quality has gotten worse. Of course, you feel more bumps and everything, but I think as far as tire wear goes, it's a bit more even. Like you can see on the back tire, you can see it used to run all the way down here to this edge, but now it's riding right about here. And that's because I was riding around empty. The car was just me. So that's how much it was squatting more at 36 pounds. So let me give you another example here of what I'm talking about. Okay, this other example I have for you guys is this is the tires off my little trailer that I use. Now these tires, it says to have inflated to 60 psi. Okay, and you can see what happened. Look, the outside got plenty of depth left. The inside is wore out. See if it'll even read this. Yeah, we're way in the red there. What is that as far as 30? It's at one, that's 1/32 of an inch, okay? We'll take a reading out here. You know, there it is. We're at 4. So there's 3/32 of an inch, or sorry, 2/30. No, I'm sorry, I'm right. 3/32 of an inch difference between here and the outside of the tire. So these are what I would consider to be overinflated tires. Okay, the tires on my van, I believe, are underinflated. They're wearing on the outside quicker than the middle. This tire is overinflated, and it's wearing faster in the middle than it is on the outside. So I bought new tires, and what I've been doing with those is instead of running them at 60, I'm running them at 30. Now obviously, you know, if I put a load on that trailer that's close to the maximum capacity of 2,000 pounds, I'm going to go ahead and jack the pressure back up to 60 pounds to be able to to be able to carry that heavy load without, because what happens if you carry too much weight on an underinflated tire, you'll heat the sidewall up and it'll blow out. So the whole point of this video is, yes, you know, follow manufacturer's recommendations. Okay, like my van says 36 pounds. Well, I definitely wouldn't go anything under 36 pounds. But as I just showed you guys from the tread wear, I don't think that's quite enough. You know, for all the weight that I carry all the time. 7 passengers, and you know, a trunk full of groceries or whatever. And the trailer had the opposite problem. I was mainly just carrying my lawnmower and light loads, and I wore out the middle of the tires. So I think you kind of, if you're mechanically inclined enough, you got to kind of find that sweet spot to get the maximum life out of your tires. So that's all I just wanted to share with you guys. If you're having tires that are wearing more on the inside or more on the outside, you know, as long as it's not something strange looking like, you know, cupping or something like that, which might be an alignment issue, it could just be a tire inflation issue. Maybe you need to add 5 or 10 pounds of air or take away, depending on your circumstances. But that's all I wanted to share.